Good evening, hello, and welcome back in. Well, that is it for the biggest sporting event ever in South Dakota, the biggest golf event for sure. The final round today here at Minnehaha Country Club in the Sanford International, and it is breezy and beautiful out here right now. Beautiful and breezy all afternoon for the final round, and let's take a look at the highlights of round 3 at the International, and everybody taking a look. Senator John Thune in his Sunday Tiger Woods outfit there. Larry Mize, it was his 60th birthday today. He played well too. Even par today for Larry Mize and 1 under for the tournament. Woody Austin here at number 9. He was in contention going into the final round. There were a lot of guys in contention going into today's final round. This is at number 9. Wind was blowing, that pin in the back of the green. Really good shot there to get it close. And then Woody Austin makes a 3 there, but that was the only birdie in his group on the front 9. And Austin shoots an even par 70 today. Kirk Triplett. Story of the day for him was good and then bad. He had a great start to the day, 3 birdies on the front 9. Had a stretch where he made 5 birdies in 18 holes, but then this is golf. He gets to the 15th hole here. River out of bounds on the left, pounds his tee shot out there. The rule official confirms it. Triplett ends up in the bunker, knocks it out there though and gets it close. And again, he was cruising along with 5 birdies in 8 holes, but then this can kind of happen. He misses that short putt there, takes a double bogey 6, kind of takes himself out of the running with that. And apologies to Triplett because we caught him after all those birdies, but Triplett still shoots 1 under 69. And he finishes 7 under for the tournament. Kind of the same story for Scott McCarron, also in contention. Started the day 2 shots out of the lead, but he did not make a birdie until right here at 16. Knocked it over in 2, nearly made the eagle there, but he did make a birdie 4. McCarron, though, 3 over in his final round today, and that dropped him in to a tie for 14th place when it was all said and done for Scott McCarron after the tap-in birdie at 16. Jerry Smith, meanwhile, one of the other guys in contention for the entire tournament as well. He was the co-leader after the first round, and Smith at number 9 here. And again, this was a tough hole today. The flag way in the back, settles that just over the flag. And then Jerry Smith, birdie putt back down the hill, very nicely done. Again, Smith started the day 9 under, made a couple of bogeys. He got back to 8 under at the turn after that birdie there. And then on the backside of the golf course at 15, nice little chip shot there, gets a useful bounce and gets it to about 3 feet. And then another birdie putt for Jerry Smith, holds that and got him back to even for the day. And that was pretty good today. The scores were not as low as a lot of people thought. Smith then here at 16, this is the par 5. Great approach shot over the water there. And he would make a tap-in 2 here for birdie, a 2-putt for birdie. 70 today for Jerry Smith. That is even par, and he finishes at 9 under and a tie for second for the man from nearby in Iowa. But nobody was catching Steve Stricker. Stricker made birdie at number 1, and here he is at number 2. And look at this shot. Takes a peek at it, almost jugs it for an ace at number 2. And again, this is after he made birdie at number 1. So tap in from about 4 feet away for Steve Stricker, and he is already 2 under par through the first 2 holes. Made a par at number 3, and then here he is at number 4. A little zip on that when he gets close. He almost makes that one too, less than a foot away. And Stricker for birdie there. So 3 under through the first 4 holes for Steve Stricker. He shoots 31 on the front 9. He made a bogey at 13, but his lead never got under 3. 15 here, knocks it close, knocks it inside that great shot we saw a moment ago by Jerry Smith. And then birdie for Stricker at 15. That got him back to a 4-shot lead, and he was just cruising once he got through 13, 14, 15. Here is Stricker at the par 5, 16. And an eagle putt that is close but not quite, but birdie again. So he birdies 15 and 16. Had a 5-shot lead going to the 18th hole, and the 18th was a bit of a bugaboo for Stricker this week, and he makes bogey here. Drops that putt in, however. And Steve Stricker, the man from Wisconsin, rolls to a 4-shot win in the inaugural Sanford International. And here's the final leaderboard with Stricker, 63, 67, 67 to finish 13 under for the tournament. Tim Petrovic birdied 3 of the last 4 holes, shot 65 today. That was the round of the day. He and Jerry Smith tie for second. But Steve Stricker wins his 3rd tournament of the season, and here he is afterwards.
Holes.
We played 7 holes.
Have you ever won a tournament without playing a whole course?
No, I never felt so unprepared in my life playing a golf tournament. You usually get around it a couple times at least, and but you know what? There's something to be said about that too, where you can just kind of plod your way around, kind of learn as you go around, and take each shot really one shot at a time, and keep plugging away, and that's kind of what my mentality was this week. I didn't know some of the spots to miss it. I wasn't very familiar with it, but all in all, it worked out.
What a great start today. That had to kind of relax you a little bit.
Yeah, I came out feeling really good, really comfortable. Hit 2 really good shots, and really played the first 5 or 6, 7 holes really solidly. And then once you get that lead, it's like a different mentality sets in. You're trying not to make a mistake, and it gets a little bit harder to play. And I did my best. I was just trying to make pars and keep moving along, and so it was good to hang on and a good finish.
You mentioned that Andy North's friendship is kind of the main reason why you're here. So just describe the feeling of what it's like to win his tournament.
Yeah, he's a special man. I grew up idolizing him in Wisconsin, and he was a guy that we looked up to, and a winner of 2 U.S. Opens, and I've gotten to be real close with him and friends with him over the years, and so it's very special for me to win here, and win the inaugural event is really cool too. And but what a fantastic week, and what a turnout of people and crowds. You guys put on a great show. The city was, we stayed downtown. It was a lot of fun. The whole week was very special.
One more question.
Does this tournament feel like something you'd be coming back to next year?
Yeah, I hope so. I hope it works out. I'm going to try to maybe play a little bit more on the regular tour next year. But, it's, when you win at a place, it always gives you some very good feelings and memories. And, Andy being here, I'll be back for sure. There's no doubt I'm going to be back. So, and I look forward to coming back.
All right, they had to hurry Stricker out of there. He had to get on a plane, go to Atlanta, and then on from there to Paris this week for the Ryder Cup competition that gets started later this week. The Charles Schwab Cup standings. This is the money list on the Champions Tour. Jimenez still in the lead. Scott McCarron gets a little closer after his finish here this week, and Steve Stricker jumps into the top 10 with his championship here this week at the Sanford International. Well, coming up, last chat this week with tournament host Andy North. A little thought on today's final round, his good friend Steve Stricker winning the trophy, and how it all went this week in Sioux Falls.
Midco Sports Network, live from the Sanford International, is sponsored by Sanford Power Golf Academy.
Welcome back to Minnehaha. Steve Stricker wins the first ever Sanford International. And as he said, one of the big reasons he was here this week is because of Andy North. We got in one last chat with Andy North before he got out of here. What he thought of how the tournament went this week. Here he is with our Jay Elson.
All right, thank you, Tom. Joined now by tournament host Andy North. And Andy, it's been a long time coming. So to see this thing come to fruition and come off the way it did, you got to be pretty happy.
Well, the fact that Steve's such a good friend of mine, to have him win. We had to massage the TV times and stuff for today so that he could even come here and play, and then to have him win, rush him off, get him the airplane, get him to Paris so we can go beat the Euros. So it's really fantastic how it all worked out. Obviously 2-3 years in making, and so many people that did so many things, and everybody's talked about the volunteers, but everybody in the community really did an unbelievable job. We can't thank you guys either. The media coverage of this event was like a major championship, which is really cool.
It was pretty awesome for us too, I got to admit that. And Steve did say as much himself that you were a big reason, maybe the reason, that he made the effort to come to this tournament, and lo and behold, he goes out and gets the win. So does he owe you a dinner at the very least here, or what?
Well, he and Jerry have won all these tournaments and stuff. We're still waiting for the first dinners. Hopefully at some point in time that happens. But it's really cool that he probably is arguably the best player out here right now. He just hasn't played very much. much. And every time he plays, he has a chance to win. And I thought this golf course was going to be really a course that fit him so well because his short game and he putts so well that he's not going to make mistakes on the greens that a lot of the other guys did. And it showed. I mean, he played great. Once the wind started blowing, it pretty much was over. He was going to handle it.
Yeah, talk about the conditions today. About mid-70s. That wind really did pick up as the day went on. Scores weren't very low, though. Did that surprise you, or what do you think was behind that?
Once the wind starts blowing here 20, 25 miles an hour, or even 15 to 20, there's so many undulations on the green. It's hard to get the ball close to the hole, and now you're putting with the wind affecting some of the putts. It's a hard golf course to get the ball close if there's wind blowing. And you know, we kind of thought we might see some wind, but we didn't think we'd see it from all 3 different directions 3 days in a row. They literally played 3 totally different golf courses Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So the best player won, and that's what you're hoping for.
Can you talk about the way he went through his round today? It really felt to me, I followed him most of the day, that he was just very heady about the whole thing. He didn't take any unnecessary risks, and it really did pay off in the end.
Well, the key to this win was those first 4 holes. I mean, the fact that he was able to birdie 3 of the first 4, and all of a sudden you go from tied to 4 ahead. You know, then you can put it in kind of neutral mode, and you're just trying to put it in the fairway, get on the greens, make pars. If you hit a nice shot like he did at 15 or 16, you end up making birdies, but just not making any mistakes, and he got it done.
Well, Andy, congratulations from all of us for the way that this whole thing went off, and thanks so much for all the time you gave us this week.
Let's look forward to year number 2.
Sounds great. Looking forward to it. Tom, back to you.
All right, fellas. Well, while this tournament was going on here today, Tiger Woods won the PGA Tour Championship, his first win since 2013. Jack Nicklaus talked about Tiger when Jack was here earlier this week.
I think Tiger's played very well. I never dreamed that Tiger could come back and swing the way he's swinging from that surgery. I did not expect him to stay together. I don't think most people did. But I think he's swinging better than he ever swung in his life. I mean, before his head moved up and down that far, and he can't do that now. And now he's able to stay there and stay on the ball and hit it and stay on top of it and be fairly level through it. No, he's playing fantastic. I don't think he quite believes it yet between his ears. He's close. He's going to win. I think that. It was the right move on Jim Furyk to choose him for the Ryder Cup. I think he deserved to be there. He's a great player. He's arguably the best player we've ever seen, and he's made a great comeback, and he's going to win. When he wins, I don't know when that's going to be. You say, will he win more majors? Will he break my record? He's got probably 10 years, 40 majors to win 5. If he's really playing well, I would think he's got a very good chance. But, who knows? I wouldn't have said that 5 years ago, or 3 years ago, I suppose, when I saw him the way he was. He's gone. He's made a great comeback. He's done very well. Actually, very, very happy and proud for him.
Tiger gets it done today with the PGA Tour Championship. Up next, Sanford International Tournament Director Greg Conrad. How did the tournament go this week? We'll talk about that, what they're going to talk about on Monday after year 1 at the Sanford International. Greg Conrad coming up next. Welcome back to Minnehaha. Sanford International is in the books for year 1. Tournament director Greg Conrad, and congrats. Job well done, sir.
Thank you. I think we put Sioux Falls on the map this week, don't you?
Absolutely. What happens to all this stuff now in the next 2 days? All the stuff on the course.
Don't you want to kind of leave it up and let it run
for a while? It is pretty cool.
I think the members just want to leave it up for a little while too. So
they would probably like to get it out.
So here's what happened. So they I think we got the stuff from one of the PGA Tour playoffs. So all this stuff was somewhere else, 4 weeks ago. So they'll leapfrog it and it'll go someplace else. So these companies got to stay in business too. So we'll start tearing it down tomorrow.
And the volunteers and all that, we've talked about that all week, was fabulous. What kind of reaction did you get from the players on their experience this week?
The players, it was really fun. I mean, I walked the range this morning and obviously was up on the tees during the week and talking in the locker room, talking to the players, and they couldn't say enough. I had some players were all different, but some players would say this is the best event on the PGA Tour Champions. A lot of them said that. A lot of them said they haven't seen this big a crowd all year long. Some of them said, hey, this is bigger than some small PGA Tour events. Yeah. So it was really cool. And of course the job that David Swift did in the golf course, and Mickey and his guys and Ted, they're like, this place is amazing. This is a great golf course, a lot of fun, not particularly long, but what you guys did to get the golf course in shape after all the rain and stuff was amazing. We can't wait to come back. And so usually I have to ask them, I say, so you come back next year? And they go, oh, yeah, well, probably. And this year they're like, we'll see you next year. And David Toms, of course, got to pheasant hunt for 2 days, so he'll be coming here for the rest of his life. And John Daly will be coming here for the rest of his life. He was just thoroughly impressed, and obviously now that Stricker won, he has to come back, right?
It's been a fabulous week. Same week in September.
September
next year, right?
16 to 22 next year, so we'll see you then.
Fabulous week. Greg Conrad, the tournament director here at the Sanford International. Appreciate it, sir. All right, golf heaven here at Sioux Falls. A video look back when we come back.
Midco Sports Network, live from the Sanford International, is sponsored by Sanford Power Golf Academy.
Welcome back. The PGA Tour champions put on a show for 3 days here on the golf course at Minnehaha Country Club. Had the rain and the worries on Wednesday and Thursday. We got through that. It was a beautiful weekend. Here is a look back at the big week in South Dakota, put together by our show producer, Max Jensen. All right, our thanks to Max Jensen for putting that together this year. Great tournament that winds up here tonight at Minnehaha Country Club. When we come back, you can watch this tournament again tomorrow on Golf Channel if you'd like some info on that. And our thanks to a lot of great people here at Minnehaha Country Club. Welcome back. The final round replay of the Sanford International will be on Golf Channel at 8:30 Central Time Monday morning. You can catch that. And then the Golf Channel gets onto the Ryder Cup next weekend. It'll be more fun to see Steve Stricker when he is one of the co-captains this year for Team USA after he wins here at the Sanford International. The party's still going on outside, out by the 17th green. And we need to say thank you to a lot of people here at Minnehaha. Mickey Finn, David Swift. Thank you guys. Andy North, Micah Aberson, and all the people at Sanford Health. Greg Conrad, Paul Heinert, and all the media relations people from Sanford as well. Cambria for letting us set up outside their tent here on the 18th green. Max Jensen and our engineers and directors and everybody at Midco Sports Network. The tournament comes back next year for round 2, the same weekend in September 16th through the 22nd. Thanks for watching Midco Sports Live at the Sanford International.